So I felt this was the perfect time to tell the story of David Stone. A little while back, I was having a daydream, kind of just staring off, and all of a sudden I was teleported into the scene. In the scene, I was in the background, and I watched King David as a little boy in the time when he was getting ready to face Goliath. He walked over to the brook and he knelt down and he picked out 5 stones. And he took those stones, put them in a shepherd's bag, and I watched him walk to the battlefield where Goliath was. And where I was in this scene was behind David. And at this moment, I saw David reach into his shepherd's bag and select this stone, which he pulled out. And he took this stone and he took it in these 3 fingers, the 3 fingers that you see that I've painted here. And the hand was dropped down. And so I had this viewpoint from behind him. You know, there's this moment where if you go back in the Bible, it talks about that when he entered into King Saul's tent, that King Saul was trying to put this armor on him. But David said, I can't use this because it's not tested. If you go back, you see that he had slayed a bear, he had slayed a lion, and his sling was tested. It was something that he used. He understood the frequency, the rhythm, as it's spinning around. He knew like how fast to swing that thing around. He knew exactly when to release it. He knew the distance that he needed to be when he would do it. And so he had the perfect stone selected. And he takes this stone and he starts to massage it in his fingers, just warm the stone up. He's creating this potential. And his heart's just beating. But he also knew the perfect frequency because the sling was tested. And he went out and you know the story. He hit Goliath in the forehead, slayed him, cut his head off. And it's just this moment of time. It's like there's this giant that's in the land. And the Lord's saying, I have a stone for this. I prepared this stone. I know what the frequency is. And I just feel like this is the perfect moment to share this painting, but it's just the perfect moment to just say that I feel like God's got this. He's got this. I just want to release this as just a testament over this country that this giant that's in the land, it's been in the land for a long time. It's time for it to be diminished. It's time for us to cut the head off of it. And so I just pray that as you see this stone, you'll feel the same power, the same presence that David felt when he picked that stone up. And that stone will turn into your voice. That stone will affect your heart. And that we'll all embrace the Lord in this time to allow Him to work through us and move through us, to create change, and to use the breath of life that He's given us to reinforce that change. So I hope you enjoyed this painting. Hope you enjoyed the background behind it. Y'all have a great one.